Hey guys, it's Vito Vila Energy Healing. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for all fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the month of June. Now these messages may not resonate with everyone out there, so please take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. All right, fire signs. Let's see what we got going on for you this month. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, you're irritated because something slowed down or didn't go your way, right? And now you're kind of stuck trying to figure out why. Right? You're used to being in control, so this energy of feeling off your game is just throwing you off. Okay, this is with something that started, I want to say around late May into early June, or for some of you, this actually goes back to October or November last year. Okay, something happened recently that made you stop and rethink everything. Okay, especially with someone who could have darker features. I'm picking up on like dark hair, darker eyes, and even though you're acting like everything's fine, you know something's not right. Okay, so now because of that, you look good and confident on the outside, but, internally, you're analyzing everything. Okay, you're not as open and you don't trust the situation the same way you did before. Okay, especially with someone who might also be a fire sign. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or, has that energy about them. Okay, they could have initials like J, M, R, K, T, or A. Okay, this is someone that comes off confident, outspoken, and just naturally stands out and gets attention. Okay, they could also be on the taller side for some of you. But here's the thing. You actually like this person. Okay, there's a real connection here, and that's why, that's what's making this harder, because if you didn't care, honestly, you would have walked away a long time ago. Okay, but there really is something between you. But at the same time, I don't know, something about it just feels off. Okay, this has to do with someone who could be like warm one minute and then distant the next. Okay, I'm picking up on like water energy. Okay, so Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Now, they could have initials like A, S, C, L, R, or N. Okay, you're feeling the disconnect. Okay, that's why you're stuck in your head about it. And the reason this feels so strong now is because this isn't something that, builds over time. Okay, this is something that started fast. And it felt good in the beginning. Okay, this could be with someone with maybe lighter features, lighter eyes, light hair, or just someone, with like an outgoing personality. You guys had a strong attraction, strong chemistry, something that felt exciting. Okay, this happened very naturally. That's why this shift in energy feels so noticeable. Okay, but then something changed, and you just couldn't go back to how things were before. Okay, for some of you, this goes back to like February of this year or even late last year. Okay. Whether it was something they said, did, or didn't do, it made you question their intentions and it changed how you look at the situation. Since then, you haven't been acting the same because of it. And honestly, you're tired of trying to control how this plays out. You've been holding on to someone who hasn't been consistent with you. Okay, just trying to make sense of it. But now you're stepping back because you're realizing that forcing something isn't going to give you the result that you want. Okay, but mentally, this isn't over yet. Okay, you're going to be stuck in your head about it, about this whole situation. Okay, especially between June 10th and the 18th. Okay, you're going to be thinking about this person a lot more than usual, especially at night when, you're alone. You're going to be overthinking everything, replaying conversations, what they said, what they didn't say, just trying to figure out what it all means. Okay, it's going to feel mentally draining. So because of that, you're going to be done chasing them. Okay, you're going to start realizing that this shouldn't feel like a constant struggle. Okay, you might not have fully walked away yet, but you're definitely not putting in the same effort anymore. Okay, this time you're stepping back and you're watching what this person does instead, which is actually confusing you even more because this person is just so hard to read. Okay, they might want something real, but they're not acting like it. Okay, they could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just have that type of energy. Okay, they could also have initials like D, K, T, B, N, C, M, or S. Okay, or just someone possibly older or more mature than you. This is someone serious, okay? Doesn't express much, possibly with darker features or someone who keeps things to themselves. Okay, the issue is this. They're not communicating clearly. Okay, that's why you're confused and questioning everything. And let's be real, okay? You want something solid. You want consistency, not something that keeps you guessing all the time. Okay? You don't want to feel confused every time you deal with someone. But right now, that's exactly what this situation is doing to you. Okay, you care, but you're still hesitating. You're not as all in as you were before, and you're starting to question if this is even worth it anymore. By the end of the month, this still isn't over. But it does turn into something lighter, okay? You'll hear from them or reconnect in some way between like June 20th and the 30th, possibly with a message, a call, or seeing each other again. It feels more casual, but things are definitely going to pick up again. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you're enjoying my reading, you can follow me or subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you'd like to book a session, just head over to my website, veloenergyhealing.com, or you could just message me directly. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, sending you love and light.